Mostly treeless, low-rolling plains sprawl out endlessly in every other direction, making the blue sky above this tiny town look massive. Below us, hundreds of dance competitors are on the circular field for grand entry, grouped into the categories of dance they'll compete in during the powwows over the next few days. They bounce their way around the arbor, creating a rainbow spiral of color and texture until their circle parts and the final beat thuds. The elder, who led the dancers in for grand entry, stands in the center of the arbor, garbed in his traditional regalia. His quillwork breastplate hangs still over his chest. There's a steadiness around him in the sudden quiet. He's flanked by native war veterans holding national and tribal flags, and the head man and woman dancers. Higher even than the flags they hold is the eagle staff in the old man's hand. The elder raises the staff lined with eagle feathers, and we all stand as the drum group starts the flag song, honoring the colors and, more significantly, honoring the eagle staff, the first flags of this land. I may still be figuring out how I fit in here, but I feel that pull, that reverence, watching the elder honor the eagle feathers and our tribal nation. Like those hanging feathers, I sway in time with the beat until the drummers stop and grip the sticks in their hands, catching their breath. My chest feels empty with the beat's sudden absence. Only the gentle jingling of the dancers' bells leaving the circular field matches the lingering buzz threading my skin. The audience sits back down. "I'll get us some fry bread," Mom says, touching my shoulder as she sidesteps past us. Dad squeezes her hand before she dips down the stairs with an easy smile. She knows she doesn't exactly belong here, but she doesn't mind. She's been part of this world longer than I have. She may not be native herself, but she has Dad. Dad swings his arm over my shoulders. "You should have learned." He nods toward the dancers gathering at the bottom of our section. I recognize a few of the girls from school. Their hair is tied back into sleek braids adorned with feathers and colorful ribbons. Intricate beadwork and striped patterns cascades over some of their shoulders and hangs in fringes down their backs. The tallest of the group, Loren Arnault, wears a sky blue jingle dress. Rows of slender, cone-shaped rolled tins line the entire skirt of the dress. One row loops around her chest and upper arms. A belt of rainbow beadwork and matching cuffs hanging on her wrists glimmer in the sun as she leaves the group. She's stunning. All their regalia is. Whether they've been passed down in their families or made only recently, each piece is painstakingly handcrafted. Every colored glass bead stitched with precision. Every piece of leather fringe cut just so. "Maybe," I finally answer over the garbled conversations around us. Part of me wishes I did learn to dance. A bigger part of me wonders what other people would think, if I'd even be accepted out there, if it would be anything like the last few months at my new school. I'm glad I never learned. Even now, the worst of the group, Samantha White Tail, watches my mom pass by, then glances my way with heavily lined eyes and a curled lip, hand sliding over her intricate regalia as if to remind me I'm not wearing any. I might be higher than her in the bleachers, but she's still looking down on me. She'd be sure to find a way to make me feel like more of an outsider if I were out there. A mix of annoyance and anger curls my fingers into fists. She doesn't know anything about me. She didn't bother to try. I raise my fist to flip her the bird, but not before Dad notices the tense energy between us. His body goes still, as does my quarter of a bird. He opens his mouth to ask, but the MC taps the microphone just in time. I shrug off Samantha's rude stare as the murmuring dies down and relax into my seat like nothing happened. Nothing Dad needs to know about, at least. The MC's voice blares into the arbor. "Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together one more time. Our first grand entry of this year's North American Indian Days. What an honor it is to be here." The bleachers erupt with whistles and cheers. "Oh man, you guys look good out there. And let me hear you holler for our host drum group, the Yellow Mountain Singers." The drummers raise their hands and nod to the cheering crowd before regripping their sticks. Thank you, and thank you to all of our wonderful dancers out there and all our concession businesses who came out. If you haven't grabbed yourself a fry bread, you better do it before they close down all the stands later on, hey? I know I've had a few...